one that most owners never use. I've spent years on Texas property tax cases, and this is the most underclaimed valuation in the state. Here's how it works. Most land in Texas is taxed at market value, what it could sell for. But there's a separate category written into the Texas Constitution called Open Space Valuation. If your land is used principally for agriculture, cattle, hay, crops, timber, beekeeping, or managed wildlife, it can be taxed on what it produces instead. That's usually a fraction of the market value tax. And here's what most landowners don't know. Tax Code Section 23.541 lets you file a late application with a 10% penalty on the savings. Small price for a fraction of market tax bill going forward. And if your land was wrongly denied or wrongly removed, you can protest, and any refund follows the same rules as the others we've covered. That's what the Andy app does. Enter your address and Andy checks whether your land qualifies for open space valuation and whether it's already on file. Plus, the 7 other ways you might be owed a refund. This isn't a tax break for big agribusiness. It's the state recognizing that land used for agriculture or wildlife isn't the same as land used for development. Most landowners just don't realize they qualify. Take a walk on your land. If something's growing there, if cattle are grazing, if bees are working, if the soil is doing more than sitting, Texas already has a different number waiting for you. It's not a loophole, it's the Texas Constitution. The land that produces is not the same as the land that just sits. And the state decided almost 50 years ago that the tax bill should know the difference. So here's a thing worth knowing. The county uses market value by default. If your land does more than sit, that's not the right number. And the only way it changes is if someone with your address asks. That's the pattern, by the way, across every video in this series. The county doesn't volunteer refunds. The mortgage company doesn't volunteer surpluses. The state doesn't write you a letter about exemptions. The 8 statutes I've walked you through, some about money you paid twice, some about errors in your appraisal, some about your mortgage company sitting on money that should be yours, some about exemptions you earned just by being who you are, a homeowner, a senior, a veteran, some about wins that never paid out, some about the land itself. 8 statutes, 1 pattern. They all wait for someone to ask. That's why I built the Andy app, not to fight a system. The system isn't hostile. It's just not built to volunteer. The Andy app is built to ask, to take every one of those 8 doors I walked you through and check each one against your address, every year, quietly, the way the law assumes someone would all along. And here's the part I want to be straight about. Checking what you might be owed is free. If a fraction of what people used to pay a property tax consultant to do just one of those checks. The difference is Andy does them all. And Andy doesn't stop after this year. So here's what I'm asking, and it isn't a hard ask. Just take the first step. Open the Andy app on your phone. Type your address, let it look. If even one of those doors opens, I'd encourage you to take the next step with us, to join the mission. Not because we're the answer, because asking once a year is the answer. And nobody else is going to ask for you. That's the mission. That's the work. And I'm grateful you stayed with me to hear it. Take care of your address. Texas wrote 8 ways to take care of you. Texas wrote 8 ways to take care of you.